Enter the record breaker. Paul Pogba is the most expensive footballer in history, the statement citing a solution and a symptom. His £89 million DH 424.3 move reveals much about the modern-day Manchester United. It is a costly coup that suggests Jose Mourinho's regime will be infused with more substance and more credibility than Louis van Gaal's. It is an endorsement of the Portuguese. He has persuaded a player who looks a potential UEFA Champions League winner to join the club in the Europa League. Even though the Premier League's eventual summer spending will top £1 billion, only 2 players with legitimate claims to be bracketed in the world's top 10 have arrived in England. Both Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Pogba are at United. The Swede is a short-term signing. The Frenchman, at 23, is the sort of big money buy Alex Ferguson used to make. As he did with Wayne Rooney and Rio Ferdinand, United have bought in the anticipation that their hefty investment can be repaid over a decade or more. Yet Pogba is also an indictment of Ferguson, the player effecting the triumphant return to Old Trafford for years after he left without starting the first-team game. While that can be explained in part by the Frenchman's ambition, it was nevertheless a mistake by Ferguson not to involve him more, not to cater to the wishes of his agent Mino Raiola and not to recognize he represented the future. United recouped just £800,000 in compensation, less than 1% of the amount it has taken to bring him back. Yet the financial cost was accompanied by the footballing consequences. United's midfield has been a wasteland for much of the last few years, partly because Ferguson did not buy a senior central midfielder after 2007. Partly because of the various tactics of David Moyes and Van Gaal and partly because of the failings of the personnel deployed there. Pogba boasts the athleticism to render him suitable for English football and the technical quality to play for anyone. He can be the box-to-box runner, the tackler, the creator and the finisher. He scored 10 goals in each of his last 2 seasons for Juventus and, while he can top that tally, no specialist central midfielder has reached double figures for United since Paul Scholes in 2000 for over 0.5. Pogba should make Mourinho's United more physical, more purposeful and more potent, which, after the sterility of Van Gaal's football, they must be. He is part of a midfield makeover. Exit, presumably, the slower Bastian Schweinsteiger, and the face of the modern United. The club known for cost-cutting during much of the Glazers' ownership are now happy to flaunt their wealth. There is an element of vanity about it. It also highlights a shift in their footballing fortunes. Now the glint of money shines brighter than recently acquired silverware. United have been willing to break the world transfer record for 3 years. They had not managed it until now. Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward, who had seen a string of targets elude him, may feel a sense of validation. Now United have used their financial muscle to construct a deal that others could not afford. Putting it bluntly, United blew Pogba's other suitors out of the water. Others may have had a greater footballing appeal to a 2016 Euros finalist. They could not, or would not, match the feat that is unrivaled in history. United's valet ticket hunt, a quest to sign players commensurate with their status as one of the world's biggest clubs, has been a long and draining affair. If they thought they had recruited them in Radamel Falcao, Angel Di Maria and Schweinsteiger, they were mistaken. Each proved a disappointment. 2 were declining quicker than they could run. Pogba is different. He is a player who would arguably get into any side, Bayern Munich, Barcelona and Real Madrid included. He is a former target of 2 of their peers. Chelsea and Manchester City both wanted him last summer. United got him. It required a huge fee, but he could have a huge impact.